you're having a great night, great evening, great morning, whatever time you're catching this. But we're just gonna get into it for real. This is for real. It's about judgment and decision. I feel like a lot of people have problems with judgment and decision. Not even self-judgment, either even other judgment. Because I had a lot of problems with other judgment. I'm gonna start with judgment, if you couldn't tell. But dealing with judgment is a hard subject for a lot of people. And I can tell because it was a hard subject for me. And I learned from TikTok that most of us go through the same things. Most of us. So let's be honest here. And sometimes people don't have somebody to say these words to them. And even if my words don't hold that much weight right now, you never know, it might hold weight to somebody somewhere. Somewhere it's 5 o'clock. But yeah. Dealing with judgment might be hard, but everything is overcomable. Damn, did I just make up a new word? Everything can be overcome. And if you don't believe that, that's your first step. That's your first mistake. You have to believe before you can achieve. I promise. It works. Once you get your mind right, your body starts to become right with it. Your body follows your mind. Your body doesn't follow your heart. Your body doesn't follow anything else, not the steps you take. It follows your mind. Your mind tells your body what to do. So if you have a strong mind, strong body, strong will, strong work. But judgment, you might be thinking, oh, I don't really want to do this because I might get judged. I don't really want to be this because I might get judged. I don't really want to try this because I might get judged. We all have those thoughts. But think about it, at the end of the day, after they judge you, then what? What happens after that? Nothing, right? It's not like they change your life, change your future, change your health. It doesn't change anything unless you allow it to change. If you allow it to change your mental health, then that's you allowing your mind to be weak. Don't allow your mind to be weak. And I'm not saying weak to be rude, to be mean, but as motivation. I don't think you want to be weak, right? Nobody wants to be weak. I think everybody wants to be strong. I can do a little bit of soft spoken, but I think everybody wants to be strong. Me personally, I want to be strong. I don't want to be no weak little person that somebody can just step over, just play with, and use all the time. But judgment can really lead you to a dark path if you allow judgment to take over you, especially if you're an overthinker. Judgment can really ruin you. So, I'm going to tell you some things to help you out with that. 1. Try to stray away from social media. Try not to use social media as much as you used to or you do now. I started deleting apps. I started to just separate myself a little bit just to calm my mind down and really get my thoughts together. Really get everything right, because I really see a great future for myself. And if you don't believe a great future for yourself, then how could you even start taking the steps to get there? So believing is the number 1 step. The second step is getting a great mindset. Put your mindset together. You can put everything together slowly. It doesn't have to be a 1-day action. It can be a 1-year action, 2-year action. You take your time. You do it on your time. You don't have to rush. You don't have to run. You can walk. You can crawl. Just don't sit still. Don't allow yourself to just become a depressed, lazy bum laying in the bed eating chips, watching TV all day. Because what is that going to get you? It's not going to get you paid. You ain't going to get paid from it. I'm telling you that right now. But aside from judgment, the third step to overcome judgment is to allow you to be yourself around yourself and understanding yourself. I know that might sound weird, but I really thought about it. Sometimes when you think about how you might be judged, how you might be talked about, or they might think some way, or they might think this or that, might start changing who you are because of those overthoughts, of that thinking of judgment coming, or that thinking of, I might get judged. I could say don't think about it, but that didn't even really work for me because it's hard to not just think about it. Try to think about something else with it. Try to not give attention to that thought. Just try to think of it as like a competition if you're a competitive person. Try to think, if I allow these thoughts to put me in a shell, to keep me from what I want to do, to keep me from who I want to be, to keep me from being who I am, think of it as I'm letting someone else beat me. I'm letting them win. And I promise, if you're a competitive person, it's going to really motivate you. But if you're not a competitive person, think of it as you're trying to do something you love and you're stalling yourself. You don't want to stall yourself, do you? You don't want to hold yourself back. And if you keep allowing to hold yourself back, where would you get? You would get nowhere. Nowhere at all. And you don't want to be nowhere. I don't think anyone wants to be nowhere. So just allow yourself to think. It's okay to think. Just think the thoughts that you would like to think. Don't let the bad thoughts roll in. Don't let them come in. Judgment is a bad thought. Judgment is a bad process to go through. It can take over you. But decision is the last step. Judgment and decision, the fourth step. Decision, you have to be able to be willing to make a decision. You have to be willing to make the step. You have to be willing to make the effort. If you don't have the effort, if you don't have the mindset, if you don't have the decision making, then you will not be able to overcome judgment. But I believe everyone can overcome anything. You just have to take these simple steps. Not even just these steps, not saying just my steps, but this is just how I got over it. I had to deal with decision making. I had to deal with overthinking. Those are my two main things right there. But I'll just give you 4 steps. But I hope you understood this, and I hope this really gets to certain people. I hope somebody understands this. I hope this helps somebody out. I hope this makes your night better. I hope you feel better after hearing this, because I didn't really get to hear these things. Well, until I found out about like ASMR or really just YouTube in general. YouTube is really my outlet for somebody to talk to me, somebody to motivate me. But I hope I'm able to get through to somebody, guide somebody, help somebody. And all BS aside, I love all y'all. If nobody's told you that, don't let nobody stop you from being who you are. And I want you to shine every day, every night, and live 9 lives worth living. I love you. Once again, all BS aside.